Hey guys, what's going on? Rich DeMuro here in West Hollywood, California. We are outside a boutique store called Maxfield. This is one of the few places in the world where you can actually get your hands on an Apple Watch. Not just get your hands on it, but actually purchase one. So here's what happened. Apple originally said the watches would be in store on April 10th and to pre-order, and then to purchase on April 24th. Well, today's April 24th. That didn't exactly happen. Now they're saying the watches are not in stores today to purchase. Only people who pre-ordered them are getting them shipped to their house. So that's why we have a nice line of people at this Maxfield where you can purchase the watch today. And let's just talk to the first guy in line, because there's always a first guy in line, right? And what's your name?
Ira.
Ira.
Yeah.
Are you getting this watch for yourself?
I am not getting it from myself.
So many people would be devastated to hear that. So are you being paid to be out here?
I am being paid to be here.
How much?
$200.
So $200, and how long will you be out here?
I got here 10:30 p.m. last night. I'll be here until the open, 9 a.m.
Okay, so about 12 hours.
Just about 12 hours, yeah.
Okay, so like $10, $20 an hour?
I've been up since 7 o'clock yesterday. I can't do math right now.
No math. So, and which one are you going to be purchasing, and how many?
First one I put my eyes on.
Okay. Great.
Grabbing it.
Thanks. What about your friend over here? Are you going to be purchasing one for yourself, or are you?
I'm purchasing one for myself.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one are you going to be getting?
I'll be getting the stainless steel one. Blue leather loop. Yeah.
Now, did you originally think you could just go to the Apple store today, and then all of a sudden everything changed? So did you have to change your plans?
No, actually, I read about this online, that this is one of the very few stores around the world that's going to be selling the Apple Watch today. I'm actually from San Francisco, so I drove down here yesterday. So, yeah.
And what is it about these Apple devices that you have to have it first?
Well, I've always been interested in Apple products. I've done these launches a lot before. I've done this for the iPhone 6 as well, and I mean, it's pretty interesting to come out here and feel the experience and get to meet new people and, you know, stay in line.
And tell me your name one more time.
My name is Sharif Gabriel.
Okay, and good luck. How much are you going to spend today by the end of the morning here?
Around $760.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen it in person? I've got it here. Have you seen it yet? Like, have you played with it at the Apple store?
Yeah, I've had the online appointment, and it was pretty cool.
And what do you think? It looks nice, huh?
It looks pretty cool.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So, again, I've got the Apple Watch. Apple was nice enough to give me a loaner unit so I can demo this thing. And so far, I'm really impressed. It feels like a great... Let me turn that on. It feels like a high-quality device on your hand. And it does a lot of cool stuff. I think what's really going to set this thing apart from some of the Android devices I've seen, and I've tested all of them, is that this one has the apps to back it up. It has not only the beautiful design, but the apps are already beautiful, and these developers have taken the time to create those beautiful apps, not only for the phone, but now for the watch as well. So it's useful. So let me show you a few things you can do with it. So when you just kind of bring it up on your wrist, it turns on by itself. And those are all of your little apps that you can play with there. And you can actually press them. So see, like, there's my Yelp app. So I can press Yelp, and it'll bring up a list of the closest restaurants and reviews right on my watch, right on my wrist, which is kind of neat because you don't have to open your phone for that. You just want to see what that restaurant across the street is rated, and there you go. You get it. Let's go back to the home page here. So, of course, you have your other apps on there as well. I've got my Amazon, I've got my gym, I've got Starbucks. One of the neat things you can do, well, I can't touch this now, but you can actually use this. You can use your watch as a viewfinder for your iPhone. So if someone's taking a picture, you hand over your iPhone to someone, you can look at your watch and see through the viewfinder. So you can say, can you move that a little bit? Can you arrange this picture a little bit better? And all of these things are customizable. In fact, you can really customize your watch face with a bunch of different ways. If you want one that, you know, looks like a butterfly, perhaps, you get that one, which animates. And let's see, another one. You can get, I like this one a lot, the color, because you can choose what color you want. And I've got my little initials there. See where it says RD, 32 degrees. I don't know where that is. 24, that's the date, and then your activity. Let me talk about the activity, because we've seen a lot of these activity trackers, and Apple has made it really easy to keep track of your activity using this watch, because they made 3 simple bands. One, here, I'll show you. This is another part of the watch. This is called your glances. So when you swipe up, you get all these little glances. So you get, I have one set for my heart rate, so 69. And maybe since I'm talking to you, maybe I'm a little nervous. Let's see if it goes up a little bit. It measures your heart rate. It probably takes a couple seconds here. Let's see if it ever actually does it. maybe not. It'll take that. I'll come back to that. So here's what I was talking about with the exercise. Here's the weather, 30 degrees in Grand Rapids, the time in Cupertino, and my battery. And then, of course, if you're connected to your... Okay, so apparently that setting messed up our recording, so I'm back here with you. Let me just show you a couple more things on here. So you want to see what your apps look like. If you press this little digital crown here, here are all of your apps, and I think I showed you some of that stuff as well. Here are your favorites. So you can go through and spin around and dial people through here, and you have all your favorites on there, and you can also send them stuff too, which is kind of fun. If they have an Apple Watch, a little symbol will show up down here where you can do some really fun stuff with them, like send them heartbeats and stuff like that. If they don't have an Apple Watch, their digital emojis and all those things will just be sent to their regular text messages. So overall, my impressions of this device is this. So I was a little skeptical at the beginning, especially because I tried so many of those Android watches. This one is different. Apple put a ton of effort into the design of this watch, so it is beautiful. It feels like a real timepiece. So far, it seems like the battery's lasting longer than the Android devices I've had, and it's fun. The apps are beautiful. They're an extension of what you get on the iPhone, and so far, even today on launch day, I'm seeing much more thoughtful apps, better apps, higher quality apps on the watch than I've seen on the Android devices. So I think that's going to be a big difference and a big differentiator between these two devices when you talk about Android versus iPhone. So again, final thought on here. If you have an iPhone and you see this watch, it's not something you necessarily need, but when you play with it and you experience it, it's probably something you're going to want, but it is expensive. You know, they throw around that $350 price point. A lot of people spending way more money than that. And finally, one more thing you can do through it. You can make phone calls through your watch and talk to people, so it is like the old days of Dick Tracy. The dream has finally come true. All right, Rich DeMuro here in West Hollywood this morning at Maxfield, just checking out the line of folks waiting to get their hands on the brand new Apple Watch. Have a great day.